ARCS Virtual Summit ended last week, and what an event it was. We heard from over 130 speakers and chairs in front of over 1,300 delegates. The important thing for me was that we started the event with a patient roundtable that really showed the impact that these last several months have had on patients. And to tell you the truth, it has been quite a positive impact.
In a lot of ways, I think care has become more accessible and also fitted to our life better. We've been able to, for me, I've been able to do meetings and have my clinic appointments in the same day, which is really hard in normal circumstances.
There's pros and cons there. Definitely it's a good thing that we need to make sure that people have proper access to medications in emergencies.
I think the telehealth, it's taken the rigid structure out of being able to have your healthcare attended to. And I think what happens is it's removed that block in a way. It's actually made it flexible, it's made it accessible, it's made it doable. And I think where people were reluctant to go and see their doctor for not only the time, but the inconvenience and the cost and all these other things lined up, when you take all of that away and allow it to be at a time which is mostly convenient to the person who needs the help, it just makes life so much easier. We're dealing with so much anyway, that to have that flexibility and understanding from the powers that be, hopefully sense will prevail and it will just continue.
I've just had a pretty positive experience with getting drugs on the clinical trial I'm on. I'm in New South Wales and the clinical trial drugs are in the hospital in Brisbane. But they were very efficient in couriering those drugs to me from Brizzy, so that was a positive experience.
The sector has implemented a number of changes to the way we do things, and those things have had a positive impact on patients, and that's what it's really all about. We heard from the clinical sector, from the regulatory sector, from reimbursement. All of those sectors have worked so hard to enable the changes to happen and to bring clinical trials to Australian patients in a really positive way. It's going to be important that we see these changes embedded into policies in Australia. It's going to be good for the patient, it's going to be good for business in Australia, and it's really showed to the world that Australia is a fantastic destination for clinical trials. We heard from the regulators and the changes that they made. We also heard some fascinating sessions on real-world evidence and the impact that that's having on the way we assess the value of products in the market.
I think investment in the capability to deliver real-world data is really important, but I think it starts with understanding the why in terms of where the problems are, and involving and identifying the right stakeholders along that journey as well.
We're going to be continuing this kind of format of virtual summit and conferences into the future because it opened up the information to so many more people internationally and across Australia. The format was not just a 9 to 5 session, it was across the week, and that enabled people who are incredibly busy in our sector to attend the conference, get inspired, and then go back to their daily job. So next year we'll be doing a similar sort of conference, and we'll be doing it even bigger and better, and I look forward to seeing you then.